All right, so this exercise, let's see here, is called, I'm going to share my ArcGIS Pro window with you. Now I'm looking at an exercise on my web browser, and you can't see it, but I can, and I'm going to read it, and you can listen and look at the map. So this exercise is called Share a Web Layer. I'm gonna go ahead and stop share and share a different window because I wanted to show you a quick graph or a chart. Okay, so a web layer can contain one or more map layers from your project as long as they're all either raster layers or vector layers. The web layer is shared as a single piece of content on ArcGIS Online. That layer can then be added to web maps for analysis or visualization. Web layers can be added to many different maps and used in different ways. So you can publish one or more vector layers. Okay, so basically you can publish like a GIS map to a web page. You could make like a web app, for example, that did a specific thing that was based on geographical information. And anyone in the world could go look at it and use it, maybe to solve their own problems, because it's public, it's on the internet, it's where everyone in the world can access it. So that's something that I'm really interested in learning about, creating a web map, like in a hosted web service like AWS or Alibaba Cloud. I'm going to stop share and share the map again. Take a drink of my water. And let's get started on this exercise. Boop. Okay. Share a web layer. To complete, all right, web maps and web layers can be used to share your map digitally. These formats are designed for visualization, editing, and query, and can be useful for sharing your information with other members of your organization or with a wider audience. In this exercise, you will create a web layer from ArcGIS Pro. The estimated time is about 30 minutes, so I'm going to try to do that. Step 1 and step 2, download the data and open a project package. I've already done, so I'm going to skip ahead to step 3. Create a vector data map. Start ArcGIS Pro and open the Northridge Quake project. Done. For this exercise, you will create a web layer using only the vector data in your map. To start, you will create a map that contains only the vector data from your project. If necessary, at the top of the view area, click the Northridge 2D tab. All right, clicked it. If you opened the results, note, if you opened the results package in the optional step, then the Northridge web map, along with its accompanying layers, has been created already. In the catalog pane, right-click Maps and choose New Map. Okay. In the catalog pane, right-click Maps and click New Map. Oh, wow. Rename the new map from Map to Northridge Web. All right. I'm going to open this back up. The new map. Rename Northridge Web. Enter. All right. it's renamed. You can see it automatically updated up here too. At the top of the view area, click the Northridge 2D tab. Clicked. At the top, in the contents pane, press Control and click the following layers to select them. Major faults. Major faults is already selected. Quake, buffer, S wave, and P wave. Following layers to select them. Major faults, S wave, P wave, and building damage. All right. Major faults, S wave, P wave, and building damage. Right click one of the selected layers and choose copy. Okay. Copy. Return to the Northridge Web tab. Boop. In the contents pane, right-click Northridge Web and choose Paste. Okay. Northridge Web and choose what? Right-click Northridge Web and choose, I don't see paste. Let's read that again. In the contents pane, that's here. Oh, Northridge Web, select paste. Boom. Interesting. Ensure that all the layers are turned on. Save your project. Okay. Quake P wave is also turned on. Everything is turned on. Now I'm going to save the project. All right. Prepare a layer for step 4. Prepare a layer for publishing as a web layer. Before you share your map, you should ensure that it will perform as quickly as possible. A map with too many features in a layer can slow performance. Fortunately, most of the layers in your new map scene, do not have many features in them. However, building damage might have too many features, so you will investigate this layer. If necessary, click the Northridge Web tab. Done. In the contents pane, right-click Building Damage and choose Attribute Table. Contents pane. What the? In the contents pane, right-click Building Damage and choose Attribute Table. Attribute Table. Attribute Table. There it is. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at this layer because I know it has a lot of information, and I want to make sure that it's not too much information, because if it's too much, then it can make my map slow online. So, boop. By default, the attribute table opens docked below your map view. If you want, you can undock it and move it around. Check the bottom of the attribute table to see how many features are part of the layer. Check the bottom of the attribute table to see how many features are part of the layer. 6,000 features. Wow. More than 6,000 features are part of the building damage layer, which is a large layer to upload to the web. You will reduce the number of features by eliminating the invisible features. Close the attribute table. In the contents pane, right-click the building damage layer and choose properties. Okay. Close the contents pane. Right-click building damage. Oh, I forgot it already. Right-click building damage layer and choose properties. Damage layer, choose properties. Okay. So in the layer properties dialog box, click definition query. Definition query. There it is. Click the new definition query down arrow and choose create a new definition query. Whoops. How do I cancel that? Okay, right-click building damage, properties, definition query, down arrow, create a new definition query. Excellent. The query editor opens. Build the following expression, where damaged is greater than or equal to 14. Whoa. That was, what's this? Where? Oh, damaged. Okay. Is greater than or equal to 14. Is greater than or equal to 14. Okay. Click apply and then click OK. Apply. Nani? 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 Okay, I gotta go. Hold on. What? Isn't it great? You need to have somebody to have you need to have that. That's going to cost money. You can't just buy what you like. That'll make the life stronger. And honestly, the problem isn't that the Wi-Fi is strong as it is, but it's really like 600. Too much. So I wrote down. Okay, I'm back. All right, where was I? Looking at the instructions, it said view the building damage attribute table. How did we see that again? Contents pane, right click building damage, choose attribute table. Okay, where's right click building damage? Attribute table. View this again. We're going to go back down here. Ooh, it's 1,399. That's a lot less than 6,000. So what we did is we deleted, we looked at that layer and then we deleted where damaged is greater than or equal to 14. So we sort of filtered which ones to delete, but we deleted a whole bunch of them and now there's much less. So it should load much faster. Close the attribute table and save your project. Close, save. Step 5. On the Share tab in the Share As group, click Web Layer. On the Share tab, Share As group, click Web Layer. Okay, there it is. Okay, the Share As Web Layer pane opens. Let's see if it does that. Oop, there it is. Under item details in the name field, change the name to Northridge Web, your initials and today's date. Whoa, interesting. Copy. Under item details in the name field, change the name. Item details. What? Oh, item details. Okay. In the name field, change the name to this. Okay. Paste. Today's date. Okay. YFR. A7/2021. Good. Invalid characters. Okay, how about that? How about that? All right. Wait a second. There we go. Well, let me do this. Nope. Okay. For summary, type information about the Northridge, California earthquake. For tags, type Northridge earthquake training. For layer type, ensure that feature is selected. Yes. For location, leave the default folder location. Okay. Do not change the share with options. Okay. The default sharing options will keep your map private. Click Analyze. So this will actually be a private web map. When you analyze web layers, you might receive errors or warnings. You cannot share until all errors are fixed. You can resolve warnings or leave them, but you can still share if the web layer contains a warning. One warning states that the data source of the topographic base map layer is not supported in the web layer. Because this map is Esri based and it is available online, you do not need to include it in the project. In the contents pane, right-click the topographic layer and choose Remove. Layer and choose Remove. Click Analyze again. If any warnings remain, you will ignore them because they will not cause an issue when you share the layer. Click Publish. Okay. Analyze again. All right, so there is a layer, but it said don't worry about it. So I'm going to click Publish. Oh, this is cool. What? You must fix all errors before you can share. Wait a second. If any warnings remain, you will ignore them because they will not cause an issue with when you share the layer. Click Publish. And I did. And it said I can't because of the error. Hmm. Ah, I don't know how to fix that problem. Oh man, that was like the last step. It says ArcGIS Pro will now start sharing your data to the ArcGIS Online. Verify a web layer using ArcGIS Online. After you have shared your data to a web layer, you will need to verify that it was shared correctly. Dang it, but I can't even do that because I wasn't able to share this. What the heck? What can I do? What can I do? Errors, severity, high, status unresolved. Used for authoring. I do not know why it didn't let me do that. But I'm going to Google it. All right. I'm going to Google it. Okay, it says unsupported fields cannot be used. Unsupported fields cannot be used for authoring. I'm going to Google that. ArcGIS Pro, publish web map unsupported fields cannot be used for authoring. Okay. Now I'm looking at some Esri documentation. Oh man, more instructions. Okay. Hover over. Let's just do it again. Hover over the analyzer message. Click the options button that appears and click open label class pane. Options. Darn it. Can't seem. Here it is, options. But it doesn't offer me open label class pane. Can't seem to do it. All right, well, I'm gonna take a break. Sometimes these videos end like this, where I tried and I didn't succeed. So I'm going to relax my back and do something other than this and come back later.